welcome to another episode of the WalkSessions series, and today something different. I got my headphones on, so that's something new. So I was remembering one of my previous ventures, and it's more like a point of reckoning of what made that venture fail. So I'm going to give a condensed story. Just after my first job in my career, I decided to venture into business, and I started up a bulk SMS service for my then business, and it did have some form of success. We did sell some good amount of SMSs to clients, but however, after running for about 6 or 7 months, it massively collapsed. And in that period of being sad, I had to take time off to reevaluate why this business venture failed. And the things that came top of my mind after that, the time I took off to evaluate, was number one, I didn't do enough. Me and my partner didn't do enough research of the needs of that service of bulk SMSs in Uganda. It was more of an excited investment. We decided to, since everybody else is doing bulk SMS, well, we should do it too. See if we can make a buck or two. And the second point of failure that I recognized was the partnerships that we got into. Some of them were quite rash. We did not clearly do a background study on some of the partners we got into bed with. And the third most critical point of failure was the lack of focus. We did not plan out much of how that venture would evolve, and how would it have a repetitive revenue model. So due to my failed venture, I see that's quite similar to the different ones, other different businesses. When I was hosting different people on the WowFactor podcast, some of those points that were highlighted were things to do with research, which was also one of my failures. 2, partnerships, also were highlighted by some of the people I've interviewed for the WowFactor podcast. And 3, I think those are the 2 most critical points that were highlighted out most in the podcast. So as you're doing that, as you also venture into your business, those are things you have to put into consideration. They were my failures. They could be yours too if you don't put them into consideration. So as you plan for your next business venture, keep that in mind, that you have to do your research. You have to have a very good background study on your partners, and as well verify if your solution is market ready. So that has been my work session for today. I hope it has been helpful to you, because talking about failures is not easy, because you have to go into the state of remembering, and some of those emotions are not nice to entangle in, but as well they are good to learn from. So have a nice day ahead, whatever time it is right now where you are. All the best. Bye.